Hi everybody, I'm back to blog again today. Like I said, I'm new to this, and hopefully as time goes on I'll get better. But happy Sunday to everybody. I've been in the house most of the day, all day, except for to take my dogs out to the bathroom. Because it's raining. It's rained all day, and that's one of the things that affects fibromyalgia. It's the weather, the changes in the weather. If it rains, if it's too cold, all of those things can affect your fibromyalgia from day to day, and it does, trust me, because I am feeling the rain and feeling the pain. I just watched this show called Cold Case, and two of the ladies in the show were actually murdered, and both of them were had chronic pain conditions and things like that, and both of them were on narcotics. And one of the women actually supposedly died from an overdose. But, you know, they're going to come out with the fact that I don't think she really did. I think her boyfriend killed her. But, any rate, he was giving her one of his narcotics, which was Oxycontin. And it seemed that she was on hydrocodone, which is what people call Percocets. I've been past that years ago. Percocet or hydrocodone, Vicodin. That's what hydrocodone is. It's Vicodin. Definitely now it's like taking a baby aspirin. I've had both knees done. So my knees hurt a lot, and I think it's been over 10 years now. So your knees typically have to be done about every 10 years, they say. And I can feel that my right knee, which was my original knee that I had surgery on, it's giving me problems again. But anyway, the lady died from seems to be an overdose, which I don't really think she did. He killed her, like I said. But I want to talk about this, as she was all of that, and I know it's going to be a lot of talk about narcotics and opioid addiction and opioid abuse. But like I said, everybody does not abuse their medications. But unfortunately, all of us, if they find, if you're on a pain med, you seem to get this stigma attached to you, or you're, just like a scarlet letter or something, because you're on narcotics nowadays. And I don't understand that, because people hurt physically, and you can't tell somebody they don't have physical pain, which for 2 or 3 years, like I said, that's what doctors were telling me. The pain was in my head. I wasn't really hurting. I used to tell them, if it was a male, let me kick you in your penis and see if you feel that. And then, I'll tell you, you're not really hurting, because you are not in this body, and you can't tell me how I'm feeling. But oftentimes doctors, being who they are, they think they know everything. But like I said, I live in Durham, North Carolina, home of Duke, and I used to work at an adult novelty store, and I can remember these quote-unquote doctors that know everything coming in, getting these things called whippets that they used to use I think it was like an inhalant. And I asked them, I said, and it was really expensive for like a little container. And they got a balloon. I don't know how they did it, but they used to, I said, how long does the high last? and they said about 15 minutes. But they were using mom and daddy's credit cards to buy these whippets. So it didn't matter to them. But, you know, like I said, these are supposed to be the smartest people in the world. But I've seen doctors do some of the dumbest stuff in the world. For instance, when my daughter, I said that they botched the surgery. They botched the surgery because the doctor actually left the packing in too long. And it clearly stated on the outside of the packing that the product should have been removed within 48 hours. They left it in 2 weeks. But like I said, they tried to blame everybody but themselves. They blamed the manufacturers of the product. And the doctor, like with his dumb self, he actually gave me the product that he used, and like I said, that's what it stated on the front of it, that it should have been removed within 48 hours. But of course, he didn't do that. So we ended up back in surgery 2 weeks later to remove packing that had started to grow into her sinus cavities and all of that kind of stuff. So doctors are human too. I just wish that they believed it more often, and that they make mistakes, because they do. And actually, one of the doctors who told me my pain was in my head, and he called me a drug seeker. He looked like a Klingon. You know, the people on Star Trek that had the cut up foreheads, that's exactly what he looked like. He's not at Duke anymore. He's now over at UNC ruining people's lives in the sports medicine department. And I remember when he finally sent me over to the pain clinic, the doctor, her name was, the doctor that saved my life and finally told me what was going on was Diane Scott. I don't know if I can say her name or not, but it's in a positive way, so I guess I can. But I just sat there and I just told her all the places that I hurt, and she never touched me or anything. She just said, you have fibromyalgia, and that's it. So therefore, after that, I had to do all of my research. What is this disease? Why does it make me hurt? What are the conditions that I'm looking forward, to in the future? And, like I said, it got so bad that those years of waiting and having doctors tell me that I really wasn't hurting, things got pretty ugly there, because like I said, I had to become my own advocate, and doctors don't like it when you advocate for yourself or your family. They want you to listen to what they say. There is all that you should listen to, and you shouldn't have one, and you shouldn't go seek a second opinion, but always seek a second opinion, is my opinion, especially dealing with somebody that is human just like you and I. But yeah, I was watching Cold Case, and the lady, she died from an overdose of Oxycontin that was not hers, and hydrocodone. And like I said, accidents and things like that, and people do abuse their meds, and those are the people that I dislike, because they have made it bad for people like myself and my daughter and a lot of friends that I have all over the place. I'm on Facebook, and I have a lot of, we call them fibro pals, and we're all pals. I have friends in Chicago and New York City and everywhere, and it's just, I don't know these ladies, but we have all grown to admire each other and really care about how the other is feeling. And that feels good when you can put, on Facebook, it's a bad day today, that there is somebody out there that knows how you're feeling, and they know why you're feeling that way. And they say, my girls always say, a gentle hug, because like I said, it hurts. And if it, it hurts to even get a hug sometimes from people. So that's why we say gentle hugs. But yeah, I just, wanted to talk about the opioid abuse and all of the stuff that has come out about it. Nobody has made it there are several states, there was actually 6 states that sued the makers of Oxycontin and Oxycodone because doctors were misled to believe that the higher the dosage, the better the product. So doctors were actually out here turning patients into junkies. And at one time, I guess I was in that category myself because my doctor had me on 80 milligrams of Oxycontin and 40 milligrams of oxycodone. My medicine is half of that now. Like I said, I'm on fentanyl patches, which I wear for 3 days. It's constantly, releasing in my body, and I'm on oxycodone that I take 4 times a day or as needed. Some days I need all 4, some days I don't. Some days I need more than 4. But I know my pain. And I never took pain meds before any of this. I'd never taken a pain med. I had both of my children natural, so I have a very high pain tolerance. But, nobody is letting the family, they're with Walmart, the Waltons. They are one of the richest families in the country, and they got rich off of this drug that turned people into junkies. But we can't sue them, and that's unfortunate because I'll sue you. You hurt me, you gonna pay me, and I can't sue them. I saw something about you can't sue pharmaceutical companies and things like that, even when the medications cause adverse effects and all that kind of stuff. It's just unfortunate. And these doctors were getting kickbacks and trips and gifts. I used to sit in my appointment and watch as the pharmaceutical reps used to come in during my patient time to meet with the doctors and stuff while we are sitting in the lobby waiting on an appointment. They're bringing in lunch from Chick-fil-A and, for the staff and just all types of different stuff. But these doctors were getting rich off of, turning their patients into junkies. And I remember I couldn't even take the 80 milligrams. They just sat in a drawer. They were just that strong. And I could barely take the 40s, and I would sleep all the time. And where we were living at the time, when we got ready to move, I didn't get my deposit back because I smoke, as you see. Yeah, it's a bad habit, but so is sex. So shut up. But anyway, it ended up that I would drop the cigarettes down on the floor, so the carpet was totally burnt up and stuff like that. I'm outside right now, but I have this little heater because I don't smoke inside the house, and this keeps me warm. And I love the outside, and I used to love the rain until I got fibromyalgia and osteoarthritis and things like that. I used to love the sound of the rain. Now I can't stand to hear it. I can feel the rain like 3 days before it comes. I will be able to tell you it's gonna rain this week. But yeah, it ended up that, like I said, I was just over medicated. And after I left that doctor, I decided, after he had turned me into a junkie, he actually put me out of his clinic because of my attitude. I don't kiss butt. Well, I just don't. And I'm not going to kiss your butt to get a pill or nothing else that I'm supposed to be getting anyway. But after he got me hooked and put me out of the clinic, he was an African. And the man got like 4 clinics in this area. And so he's just running a pill mill. And a couple of his patients have died and things like that. I don't even know how he's still in business, but he is. I've heard of cases where, doctors come out of retirement and just open up pain clinics. And that's what they were doing. They were just writing pain prescriptions all day, every day. And they were just hooking people on this stuff. And they gave us no recourse afterwards, but until the white kids started dying. But that's who was getting it anyway, the Caucasians. Like I said, they don't like to give us pain. They don't like to give us pain pills. So, you know, that's how I got into the schools and stuff. These white kids were doing that stuff first, popular. But like I said, there are people that take their meds like they're supposed to, and I'm one of them. And like I said, I advocate for those of us that are on pain meds that we have to be, we don't want to be. Because if I didn't have to take that pill or wear this patch, see, it's a patch every day, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But like I said, that's the only way I'm able to do simple things that people take for granted, like walking my dogs to the bathroom 3 times a day, or going up and down my steps. I have like 15 steps, and I try not to go down them. So I'm mostly upstairs, and I'm mostly in my room, in my bed, watching TV. I've become a TV holic because that's my life now, pretty much. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, you know, some of the other things that come with fibromyalgia and some of the other things that came with the pain meds and things like that. So yeah, at one point I was over medicated myself, and after I left that doctor, I said I would never